Hello everyone, my name is Cilla Vida, brand educator of Lakmé Barcelona, and I would like to welcome everyone who could join us today for our online trainings. I would like to present Gustavo as well, who is going to be with us today.
Hello everybody, I'm Gustavo Encina, Lakmé, brand educator for Barcelona. I'm really happy for you guys to be here in our last training session online, which I think is going to be interesting. Chilla's going to tell us a lot of secrets, a lot about it, and we have a surprise for you guys.
So during the year we had a lot of training here, and also we had online trainings where we got a lot of requests about our direct coloration. So the people were saying that we should amplify it a bit more, have more option to play and to create new things in the salon. So as you know, like we are listening to you, and we would like to create things to make you happy and make your day-to-day work easier at the salon. So we created the new amplified our direct coloration, and like this you have like more possibility. So it's changed a little bit compared how it was before, because now we divided it to two family, which in the next slide we are going to see how it looks like the two family. We are having one, the color refresh, and we are having the other one, the creative color. So there is a main difference between these two families, that one of them, the color refresh, is having a shampoo and a mask, and then the creative color having only the mask. So like this you can make like the difference between each of them. In the color refresh we are having the already existing tones, which were the color red, the saffron copper, the cocoa brown and the violet lavender. And we added a new one, a darker tone, which was very needed. So on the next one, if we can see already the existing colors, so I can just repass a bit for you like how we can use it. So until now, when we like using this, we recommend it for refreshing tones, maybe like to correct a bit the tones, but I think like we should like give another way of looking of it, like when we can use a direct coloration. It's something like for me in the salon is the easiest and the simple and the most rapid thing to use when we are doing a color for a client. So for example, if I'm doing like a copper tone and I would like to give more durability, more shine, more richness for the tone, I can apply a mask in the salon for the client after I did the coloration. Also, I can give this to home use for my client, so it's not going to be like less shiny, the color is not going to lose the richness until the next time she's gonna come to me and to do the coloration. So in the next slide we can see the already existing tones. Here we are having the shampoo, we are having the mask. The color red is working on the level 5-6 base to refresh red tones. If we are diluting a little bit, we can create a special pinkish red tone, so we can use it on lighter tones as well. Saffron copper is working very well from level 6 till 8 copper tones, and of course if we would like to have like more pastel, we can dilute and also put in on blondes. We are having the cocoa brown, which is like a level 8 brown, 7-8 brown, which we were like recommending to use to refresh like these lighter brown tones, also to use it after aura. And we have the violet lavender, which is like a violet in like a base 4-5 to refresh the tone. And then what we're missing here is the darker brown color. So that's how we created black coffee, which is important to say it's not a black tone. It's a dark brown, which works very well on a level 5. So when we can use this? We can use this after aura on darker tones. It's like if the color is like fading away a bit like through the process, but also we can use it in cases like, for example, when we are darkening like a blonde tone. We are darkening a blonde tone with the coloration, and then we see in the result that maybe it's missing some pigments. Then I can add like as a last touch a black coffee shampoo and a black coffee mask, and then I make sure that I refill the hair like with the pigments, and the client will go home with an amazing hair. Other than that, of course, like it's very important that meanwhile I'm doing color for the hair, I'm treating it as well, since we are talking about like a mask. So I think it's a really good thing and a very safe thing to give for the client to take it home. And then, in the other hand, we are having the other family, the creative color, which is like having like vivid colors, having pastel colors. Here we can give for blonde clients also a coloration, and also for bold ones who would like to explore a bit like other tones, we can offer them this one. So here we are having like 5 new tones. We are having the fuchsia, we are having the blue, the desert sand, the gray lilac, and the pear rose. And then we created one, the clear one, which helps us to dilute any tone we want. What is important that these two family is completely mixable between each other. So if I want to create a new tone, feel free, like you can mix the color refresh, you can mix the creative color, and you can create a new one. But before I'm going more in deep, like in details, I would like to tell you that the chat is open. So if you have any question, if you would like to ask anything, also if maybe like you don't hear me well or you have anything, please let us know in the chat. Also if you hear us well, like give us a feedback so we make sure to give the best we can. So yes, here back to the colorful line what we are having. It's like, I think for me it's like a really good way to introduce a color for the client with the direct pigmentation. Because like it could be that my client would like to have a blue tone, but she's like a bit unsecure, like what would like to have, if she would like to have it for long term. So when I'm using a mask, I'm making sure that this coloration by time going to fade away, she can enjoy the tone, she can refresh it at home, she can dilute it if she wants it, and me in the salon as well, and my client at home can play with it a lot. With the fuchsia is the same, and also with the others one in case of blondes. So if we can go to the new on the other slide to talk a bit more deeper, the fuchsia and the blue, what we are having is the most pigmented, like the most vivid tones which we created in this family. As I said, like other than I'm toning the hair, I'm also giving extra shine, extra nutrition for the hair, which I think very important for all of us. They can be visible, I would say, from a level 7, level 8, like you already see the tones, but obviously as depending on the undertone of the hair, it's gonna alterate the tone a little bit. In case of blue, if we are applying on the level 8 and there is already presented a bit of yellow on the hair, it can go a bit more greenish, and as we are having like a more lighter tone without no much yellow underlight, we can have like a really nice blue tone. And with the fuchsia as well, like you can see like already the reflections on level 6, and as we are getting like more lighter, you have like a more intense, vibrant tone. If you are using these tones in darker hairs, you can have a reflection of the tone, you can have like maybe some reflection in the sun when you see it, but obviously as it's not altering the pigmentation of the hair like inside, it's not going to change much. So it's important like to know this or to think about it before you are applying the coloration. Then we created the other tones, which are like the more pastel tones. On the next slide we're going to, like we're gonna be the clear one, which is important to dilute the tones. So this is a mask without pigment. So this I can use with all of the mask if I would like to create a bit like more lighter tones, and also if I would just like to apply to give an extra gloss and extra shine for the hair, we can use alone too. And then we have the pastel tones, which I said before, which are for blonder hairs. If you can see the next slides one, yes, here. And here, like the important thing that we can see the result of the tone on level 9, 10. So if we are applying on the darker hair, as I said in the previous ones as well, like you can see some reflection, but to see fully the color and full the richness of the color, it needs to be applied on blonde hairs. So here we are having 3 types of color. We have a pear rose, which is an amazing tone. It's super safe to use it in the salon. You can use it like on any level 9, level 10 color, and it's giving you like a really soft tone which they can refresh very safely at home as well. So if until now your client, for example, had a problem to dilute the tones, to make new ones, this one you are just giving like to home and she can just use it as it is. Also, if you would like to experience something new with the client, or you would like to prolong a rose tone. So in K-Blond toners, for example, you apply the rose, and you would like to give more durability of it, or you would like to just give a different touch of it, you can apply after that pear rose. The client can use it at home, and you make sure that the client going to be amazing. We have the desert sand, which is a more neutral blonde one. So in case like the client having a problem that the hair is going dull, it's not having shine, it's a bit mattish, then you can use desert sand. Also they can use it for home. And also I really like to use it in case like you have a bit of metallic highlights on the hair. So when like you have this greenish tone on the blonde's hair, you can apply desert sand, and with this already you can balance out this tone. Or if it's like extra strong, I like to add a bit of saffron copper, but I would say like for like 60 gram to 1 gram, like very visual. And then with this you can balance out this greenish tone, and you can have a really nice shiny blonde. And then we are having the gray lilac, which I think is going to be the favorite of many people. It's like a gray which is working amazing on the hair, because normally what problem we are having is maybe getting patchy, like some parts is getting like more gray, the other less. This is a very balanced tones. It's like a very safe gray to use at home, and also super elegant for me, because it's not too much, it's not too little, it's just exactly the perfect pigmentation like what we are having. As I see, we are having a question. Just give us some minute and I'm gonna see it and I can answer you. Meanwhile, I encourage you, like if you have any other questions, like please let us know and I can answer that. And I hope like these ones, like tones on the blondes one, like you're gonna enjoy a lot, because I love it when I can play in the salon a lot and I can make like different shades, but I don't need to compromise until the next time to have the shade on the hair. So with this, like I think like many client who is a bit more shy or not ready for the change can be ready to experiment a bit. Okay, here we have the question. Did you recommend to use it on dry hair for more vibrancy? I recommend to use it on wet hair. It's much more easier to distribute the color well. And also I like to use L2 beforehand in the salon, so you make sure that you prepare the hair for the coloration. So I would say it's, for me, the safest, the easiest way to apply it is on the wet hair. Super. So if you have any other question, please write it, and Hector from the back like going to head to me and I can answer. Super. So after like talking about this kind of extra tones, which I said you can mix them between each other. So you can mix like pear rose with gray lilac to make like a more dusty rose. You can make a desert sand with a bit of pear rose to dilute it a bit more and make like a more natural. So there is like many things what you can do, and the thing that is super visual. So in the salon, how you can help yourself if you are not sure about how to mix them. Take a bowl, put in the colors and visually start to mix. How is it? If you make with the pencil, like with the brush, you can make a try on the white paper and you already have idea about like how the color going to look like. Obviously, when you are having like a blonde hair, maybe you have some yellow highlights underneath, which going to make the tone maybe a bit warmer, but you already can imagine more or less like where you are with the coloration. So I think it's going to be like a good help for you. Just on a white paper, try it out and you make sure. And also, if you are still not sure about that is the perfect tone, you can try like a little piece on the hair and make sure that you mix it well, like the result is what you expected. So here you can see like the two family, just to make it clear. So as I said, the Color Refresh is which having the shampoo, and then we are having the Creative Colors, where we are having the two quiet intense one, the fuchsia and the blue, which you can dilute with the clear if you wish. And then we are having the pear rose, desert sand, and the gray lilac. I would like to demonstrate for you like some of this tone in this head which we created beforehand. And here I will apply for you as well, like some of the tone. So here we created, tell me if you can see well. So here we were applying different tones. We were applying the pear rose on the top. We were applying the saffron copper. It's like all of them were applied pure. And then we applied the fuchsia, which I'm going to show you like live as well, like how it can actually like make the hair like transform totally. So as you can see, it's like a quite intense tone. Here it was diluted 60 grams of clear with 10 grams of fuchsia. So you can see that it's a quite intense tone. And you can see that all the tones which we are creating is matching so nice to each other. Here I applied it on a level 10 base, so it's like a quite blonde one. And here I will apply the fuchsia, which later we're going to show you what you can expect when you are applying in the salon. Just a moment to prepare. Any of you is using like direct coloration in the salon? Because for me, to be honest, it used to be and is still like one of my favorite one in the salon, because if I have like a moment of stress, like I think everyone is having this moment of stress in the salon when you see the result of the hair and it's maybe not what you expected, because it can happen with all of us, like the hair is porous, like it's maybe already not prepared, over bleached, like anything. And it can happen many times that the color fading away at some parts, it's a bit like patchier and you are like just there in the backwash like panicking. I think this is the moment when we can really need to use, or we can use the direct coloration, because it resolves many situations. It's helping us a lot. So I really encourage everyone, like also like who didn't use or who was afraid to use it before, to use it in the salon, because I cannot give you easier tool to fix your job if anything happens. I really like to use with coppers, because this many times happens with the copper hair that a girl is coming and she would like to be like a really bright copper, but maybe like the color is already like had a lot of bleach, like it's doesn't have the richness, doesn't have pigments. And then when I did like, for example, a gloss or a glaze tone, on the top of that I can still make the mask, and then I make sure that she's having like an amazing color. As you can see, it's super easy to apply it. It's like a mask at the end, so it's like super nice, the texture. You can apply it in the backwash if you wish, or you can apply in sections if maybe just some parts you would like to refresh. So also it's very versatile to use it. I really like to use in the backwash too, because it's super easy to apply everywhere. And now with the other section, I'm going to change a bit the tone. Here in this head, we were working with the 3 different tones, and we were making like sort of circles, but separated with zigzag. So the color is like melting to each other, and make sure like the final look is like not just a separated like really blocky circles, but more like a nice fusion of these warm tones. So after applying, we are going to wait a little bit. Normally like you need to wait 10 minutes, but also like if you see after 5 minutes, after a few minutes that the color is done, you can already like rinse it and you are done with the coloration. So it's super fast and super safe. So after I finish this, Gustavo going to show us some amazing mix, because as I said, you can mix in between each other. Also, we were sharing with you a chart which can help you to mix like more creative ones in the salon, and you can enjoy it a bit more with some help. So we are going to wait a little bit, and then I'm going to go away to finish the look, to show you the final one, and until then you can be with Gustavo, see the new colors. If you still have any question or anything, the chat is still open, so please feel free. We like to be like more interactive. It's also like more fun for us, more easier to be with you. And also, if you have any idea for the next year, what you would like to see and think, you can comment us too. Super.
Okay, right, we're back here. Amazing everything that Sheila has told us all about this new launch. I think it's amazing. We have so many options, different ways to work with this new launch, which is Teknia Fresh and Teknia Creative. I think we can do many type of jobs. We can refresh color and we can be creative. So I think I want to encourage you guys to using it. I think it's a really nice way to also finish a color service. So I already prepared 3 different formulas, 3 different creative tones, which I think are really trendy, really nice. And I think Hector now is putting on the on the screen the whole different shades. We can see the guidelines, we can see the mixed table of colors. Behind each new shade, we have also the ratio of the ratio mix for each tone. So as I was telling you, I'm gonna show you now these 3 new shades that I prepared for you guys. I would like to maybe now Hector's gonna show it for a bit closer. This is a lavender, right? I think you can guys see it well. I'm just gonna mix it. I mix already like 75 grams of gray lilac, 15 grams of blue, and 10 grams of violet lavender. It's really easy, really nice to mix. The texture is incredible. It's really easy, as Sheila was saying, to apply it. Also smells really good, I need to be honest too. So yeah, I'm just gonna mix it really well, make sure we have an homogeneous texture. Yes, I think I got it. So now with a brush, with a thin brush, I would like you to show you guys a bit the color, how easy it is to apply, to distribute the mask. I think this color we can use it for many types. If we want to tone some blonde, if we want to be a bit more creative. The color is lavender as well, as I was saying before, and I think it's really, really interesting. So now my next mixture is a denim. Yeah, a denim. I mix 80 grams of blue, 10 grams of black coffee, and 10 grams of clear. This color is really trendy at the moment. I think we're seeing it a lot in hair. The denim color is really nice. I think you guys get it well there. Nice one. This color is really cool. I love it. I think it's very personalized. It's this kind of washed out blue. I think in the hair looks really nice. Here looks a bit darker, but now when I apply it, I would like to show you better. Of course, in the hairs we're gonna see it differently because, well, this is in a foil. You guys can see a bit darker. Nice, huh? I'm checking it and I think it looking good. And my last mixture is this blush pink. Yeah, here I mix 25 grams of rose pale, 5 grams of saffron copper, and 70 grams of clear. Yes, here in this case I put more clear because I want to dilute more the other tones, since the saffron copper is quite strong, as you guys already know. And I love it. I think it looks even really tasty, this mixture. It's really nice. So yeah, with Teknia Refresh Creative we can be, as the name says, really creative. We can do different tones, we can personalize our clients or services. I think it's also, we're gonna add to the hair all these benefits that we usually have when we apply a mask, right? So once again, I'm showing you the texture. I think it's really nice, sort of like a this blush pink, even slash apricot is really trendy, really nice. I think we can even make different type of works with all of these new mixtures. Yeah, I think you guys can see it well there. It's really nice. Great. So yeah, that's a bit of my time here with you guys. I wanted to show you the texture, this new different mix of these new shades. I think we can be really creative. I encourage you guys again to mix them, to try them, to do different type of works. So yes, be creative, have fun, and yes, we keep going with Chile.
And also don't forget to share with us, like if you do something, please like make a tag or send it to us, like hey, I did this, like I love this color because it's functioning really well, because I really love if we are sharing it. And I think that's the way to go, to share a bit like more like what you are doing, and this helps us as well to see like how the things are going. So like we got like to the like important part of like the ingredients of these new products. So what problems we can have like when we are using direct pigments? The problem could be the porosity, the hair is not even, like the hair color is not even, like in some parts it's like depositing a bit more, in some parts a bit less, and then it can create like more problem for us than actually to resolve it. So for this, we are having a color fix technology, which is helping us to adherence the color more on the hair. It's an ingredient which is cationic, so that means like it's like giving like a full nice fixation of the color on the hair, so we make sure that the color is not patchy, that we are having a really nice and a really even finish of the tone. I think it's like something which helping us a lot and which I make it safe and secure for us to use it in the salon. Don't need to be worried about about the patchiness and about the uneven color. And meanwhile, we are having finished the color what we created. So you can see that it's a really nice mix of tones, and you can see this new one applied. How beautiful is the fuchsia tone which we are having, how powerful it is, because as I said, it's a quite diluted one, it's diluted 6:1, but still it's very even from the roots till the end, and also like it gives like a lot of hydration for the hair. So I think this is something what we are expecting when we are talking about direct coloration, this amount of shine, this amount of diversity of the tones, and that I can just use it easy in the salon, simple and fast. And I think it's a really nice extra way for the clients to offer for the home use. Because I think it's the time when also like the clients would like to use like more colors at home. Like they are like not always like wanting to compromise to make it like something which is have a long duration. So the way for them to go is that something which they can recreate at home too. And then we are having like other ingredients as well, which is like the moringa oil, which is rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and that is giving an extra nutrition, an extra shine, an extra moisture for the hair, which is needed like when we are doing coloration. So I would like to encourage you to try it, to use it, to give us a feedback, because I think it's something which can function like really, really well and really easy in the salon, and be creative, create new tones. If you are having the clients who are a bit more shy, dilute them with the clear and create something new. So I hope that you enjoyed the today training what we had. You enjoyed the look, like what we created, what these different type of orange, pink, pastel tones. And then next year going to be the next one when we're gonna meet again. So I hope that you are going to use that until and you will give us some feedback. And I hope you enjoyed the today. If you have any question, you can still have a moment to say it until Gustavo is saying goodbye to everyone too.
Great. I think that was amazing. I love the look. It was really interesting. We're all about that Chile was telling us in so many ways, technology, active, all this new range that we have of colors that you've been asking for. So yeah, I'm really happy you guys have been here, enjoy it. As I was saying before, this was our last session online or training. Next year we're having a lot more. Yeah, we have more lunches, more training online. So yeah, that's all for my part. Again, please send us any picture, photos. I don't know if you are following us. That would be nice, so we can have some sort of feedback. We can see the job. If you have any doubt, please don't hesitate. Reach us out and have a good time. Thank you.
Thank you so much for everyone, and then see you next year. Enjoy the last times of this year and see everyone soon.